What's up everyone, my name is Aaron, and in today's video I'm going to be going over how to stay organized in your business. And I'm going to teach you what was first taught to me when I got started. So for those of you who don't know, my background is I've run a College Pro window cleaning franchise since 2015. That's a student-based franchise, so I was about 18 years old when I got started, and thank my coach. My first coach, his name was Alex. Shout out to you, Alex. He taught me the basics on how to stay organized, especially when it came to financials. So at my first training event, it would have been my second semester, first year university. I just got hired. I just started training to run a window cleaning franchise with College Pro. They had a training seminar that Alex ran this session. It was called, how to stay organized, how to keep financials organized. And they taught us, the old school method, right? The paper-based method for keeping receipts, tracking the paperwork, and having it all organized. And that's the method I want to teach you. Now, since then, I've updated a little bit. It's gotten a little bit more digital, a little bit more minimalistic. But either way, if I was teaching someone that was just looking to get started and running a summer window cleaning business or any other type of service-based business, this is the method that I would teach them. So first things first was the accordion style binder. So these are great. I always got one every year for Staples. It's funny enough, I actually have one for every year that I ran a student franchise with College Pro. And they're like little time capsules. I kept them the same. What was taught to me was you get one of these and you want to make a bunch of different tabs. So I'll reach out to the tabs that I have on my file folder here. So I got weekly receipts, bank statements, car and gas, cold calling, equipment/supplies, office, phone bills, labor and employees, government/wage subsidy, WSIB, and miscellaneous. So this would be kind of everything in my business, right? All the paperwork, right? My insurance, my WSIB, just so you know, that's the Workplace Safety Insurance Bureau, right? That's the governing body here in Ontario, or I guess in Canada, I'm not too sure. I would keep all my paperwork here and it'd be with me all the time, but this would also be the hub for my receipts. And that first tab, weekly receipts, is gonna be the most important tab for you. That's gonna act like an inbox, right? So like your email inbox or your voicemail, it's gonna be a place where you have incoming things and that you process all the time. In terms of frequency of processing, it's called weekly receipts for a reason. Do not wait till a month, the end of the summer, the end of the year to go over your financials and your receipts. That is a recipe for disaster. As a business owner, your sole priority should be profitability. If you had to decide between, a ton of sales or a ton of profit, you'd be really dumb to go for sales. It should always be profit. That's the reason to be in business, and that's how you stay in business. You can take that profit, reinvest it elsewhere, or, you can pay for your own food and gas and all that other cool luxury stuff about living, right? That weekly receipts tab would fill up as you go throughout your week, right? You're spending money on gas, maybe you have your phone bill that came out, maybe you have to buy this new equipment, maybe you fix your car, you got an oil change. I know for me, I had to re-up on, soap and other stuff like garbage bags and whatnot. Maybe food too, if you're expensing certain things, like if you buy your employees lunch or whatever that is, you want to take all those receipts and you want to put them in that first tab, that weekly receipts tab. Pick a day. I pick Sundays. That usually be the quietest day of my week, Sunday mornings, and I would go through it all. And you want to be really disciplined about this. Again, don't let it pile up because that's how profitability mistakes happen. You start spending money that you don't have. And if you stay on top of your financials and you keep track of all your paperwork, that's how you can ensure that you stay profitable, right? And especially if you're a student like me when I was starting, you want to make sure you make money because that's how you pay for your education. That's how you pay for your textbooks in this fall. And it's kind of the name of the game, right? It's kind of the whole point of running a business. What I would do when I would process the receipts is I would look at the receipt, flip it over, and I'd write on the back of it with a black Sharpie. I'd write the date of the purchase, the type, so gas, maybe it's food, supplies, whatever it is. And then I would write the pre-tax amount, and then I would put in the tax amount. The reason why I was taught to write it with a Sharpie on the back of the receipt is because you never know. Sometimes receipts kind of, they fade away and you it's really hard to read and you're like, what was this for again? And so just to make your life easier in case that ever happens, it's just good to have that in Sharpie. So I don't do that anymore. Now when I process receipts, I actually just use QuickBooks. So I'll take my QuickBooks app and I'll snap a picture of the receipt and then it will kind of auto connect to like my bank statement that's connected to QuickBooks. I know my bookkeeper is really happy about that. It's a lot easier, but but if I was doing it on my own, right, I just write it down. And then after you write it down, you write the category, the date, the amounts pre-tax and after tax. You then take that receipt and you want to put it in the corresponding file. So you just kind of put it in, gas or whatever the tab is, right? And then after that, I would actually type in the pre-tax amount into a spreadsheet. So I used to use Excel, and I would just write down the pre-tax amount for the expenses, right? So for gas, phone, food, all that kind of stuff, just to keep track of it, right? I would process all the different receipts. I go one by one, writing it down, putting in Excel, or nowadays I snap a picture of it through QuickBooks, and then I put it in that corresponding tab. Once all of my receipts are done, I'll go through my bank statements. I'll make sure I didn't miss anything, right? I'll look for stuff that are subscription based, stuff that maybe I didn't get a physical copy, but it would still expense me, like, bank charges, right? So you sometimes get charges for your bank account, all that kind of stuff. You just want to make sure you go over it, right? Look at your revenue for that week, look at the expenses, what was the profit. It's really important to take a look at that stuff. And again, if you leave it to a month, 2 months, or end of the season, you might look back and go, wow, I made a terrible mistake. I spent way too much money on X, Y, and Z. But if you do it weekly, you can really catch that. So that's how I stayed organized using the accordion style folder. I would highly recommend this if you are running a business for the first time to stay organized. It's a lot easier to do it every week than it is to do it once a month or once a quarter. Trust me, you'll thank yourself. I know it might seem like weekly is a high frequency, but it really is important, especially when you only have 16 weeks in a summer, right? If you're a student and you're running a summer business like I was, you only have 16 weeks. So make every week count, do as much revenue as you can, but make sure you're making money. Profit is the name of the game. If you're running a business for the first time, try this tactic, learn the old school way. And then if you want to go from there and upgrade to using QuickBooks or other online resources or tools, that's always helpful. But I would always start with the paper method with the binder. Hopefully that was helpful. If it was, please leave me a comment. Let me know how I did. If you have any suggestions too for new business owners on how to stay organized, how to keep their financials up to date, please feel free to drop it in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.